Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Now, let's get into the video. Spider-Man No Way Home is arguably the best Spider-Man movie that has ever been created, and there are many surprises awaiting you within. In this video, we are discussing whether Spider-Man No Way Home credits have a huge surprise. Number 5. Mid-credit scene. Before we begin, the obligatory message that this video will contain major spoilers of the movie. Now that that is out of the way, let's talk about Venom's surprise appearance, shall we? Yeah, he showed up in the mid-credit scene of the movie. Ever since Spider-Man was bought by Sony, there have been many questions about how the two universes they have created will intersect and work with one another. Well, this scene did provide us with some clues. For one thing, as soon as Venom had come into the universe, he was just as quickly taken back. Where he disappeared remains to be seen, and no one truly knows how Tom Holland's Spider-Man will be able to interact with Tom Hardy's Venom, or whether or not they will ever get the chance to. Number 4. Details of the scene. Although the scene was small, as most credit scenes are, it did pack a lot of fun into it. The entire scene had just two characters in it, Venom and a confused bartender. If you saw the latest Venom movie, you will have seen that he was transported into Holland's Spider-Man's universe, and this credit scene continued from there. It seemed like he had been there for a long time and had been gathering information about the events that had taken place in that universe. He even mentioned Thanos, although not by name. He just referred to him as that guy that liked to collect stones. That was a classic Venom line and provided loads of fun to the audience. Number 3. Discussing heroes. Another interesting part of the credit scene was when Tom Hardy's character was discussing the presence of the superheroes in the MCU. He clearly referenced Iron Man when he mentioned a billionaire flying in a tin suit. He was surprised at their existence, since they didn't exist in his universe, at least as far as we know it. Interestingly, the one other hero he mentioned was the Hulk. He funnily referred to him as the Angry Green Man, but that is all we need to know to understand exactly who he was describing. It is amazing what the writers were able to do with such a small scene, but they delivered beyond anyone's expectations. Number 2. Thinking of visiting Spidey. During the scene, as Venom was considering what to do next, he had an epiphany. He thought to himself that he should go to New York and visit Spider-Man. This confirmed that he was not in fact anywhere close to Spider-Man during his brief time in his universe. While it would have been awesome to see the two of them react to one another, it just wasn't in the cards. In the scene, as soon as Venom had stepped up from his chair to go visit Peter Parker, he was sent back to his universe because Dr. Strange had reset things in a way. Maybe next time, Venom. Number 1. Leaving Symbiote behind. The main reason for showing the scene as the credit scene was found at the very end, when the camera panned to the table. While Venom had disappeared back to where he came from, he had left behind something. Initially, it was very hard to make out exactly what had been left behind, and this thought might also have occurred to the director. We say this because just as the scene was ending, the small thing Venom had left started to move a tiny bit. Any fan of Venom would have immediately recognized at that moment that it was a small piece of the symbiote that had gotten stuck in this universe. This is the first official introduction of the symbiote into the MCU, and unlike many other movies where it crashes into Earth's atmosphere inside a meteor, the MCU has clearly taken a different approach. What plans Kevin Feige and the rest of the team behind the MCU have for this small glob remain to be seen, but it is bound to be exciting nonetheless. These were some of the details of the credit scene of No Way Home. This single movie has cemented its place among the very best movies offered by the MCU, and here's hoping for more of the same. That brings us to the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so that you don't miss out on future videos. If you enjoyed the content, then leave a like. And if you want more, then you can click on any one of the 2 videos on your screen. So until next time, take care and goodbye.